Railgan here with a ZvZ, one of my favorite ZvZ series that I've ever played against Tomicus. We're going to see how I'm going for a hatch gas pool opener into 3 hatcheries, into Mutalisks, into Lurkers, into Lurker NYDUS, multi-pronged attacks all over the map, completely hammering my opponent, destroying him, and well, eventually leading to my victory. Spoilers, Railgan wins this game. Now you don't even need to watch it anymore. You can turn off the stream, guys. You already know I'm going to win. Actually, I played this today live on stream. So, let's see what's happening. He's putting a little bit of pressure on me with lings. I don't really care that much. I went for the quick baneling nest, throwing up my bases. He's still getting a spine crawler. I think he's cutting the baneling nest, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I can't really get much damage done. We're about even worker-wise. I started my lair, as I kept mining gas, of course, and I started my lair around the 4-minute mark. You can get it even earlier if you want, but 4-minute mark seemed like a fine time. I always have to be a little bit careful against his lings, because he sees my lair, and he starts his lair as well. He doesn't know when I started my lair, but I always have to be careful. If I have too few lings on the map and he just goes for a huge lings, well, then he can very easily overrun me, because I think I'm not going to have any safety banes at home for the most part during this game, trying to get some scouting done. I see his lair. I'm like, yeah, okay. I see that he is mining gas at the natural, no gas at the third base, but a lot of drones. On my side of the map, I'm droning up as well, taking a little bit more gas. As soon as my lair was done, I threw down the spire, not getting a roach farm or anything like that, and because I'm not building roaches, I can get the very fast fourth base, which is kind of standard at this point in the meta on this map at least, because the bases are very easy to defend, and it's almost always, you're almost always able to get that 4th base up. Now I'm going for the spire. He sees it here before it even finishes. I'm not able to kill this overseer because I mess up a little bit. I think I'm going for an inject here, and then the overseer survives. I have some lings on his side of the map. It's very important for me to scout when he's moving out right now, as I'm building all my mutas, getting an evolution chamber. I also built the Hydra then shortly before the spire was done, so I can make the lurker transition as soon as possible. Delaying my lurker then a little bit. I was a little bit scared of an attack by him, so I wanted to spend the money on more Mutalisks, but I should have just thrown down the Lurker then immediately. It's going down right now, as well as the Hydralisk upgrades. I'm also droning up my 4th base. You might have noticed my opponent did not take a 4th base yet. It's very hard to take a 4th base against Mutas right now in the meta, because you don't have the Infestor power to just fungal the Mutas and they're dead like you used to have. He's actually going for Infestors this game anyways, but we're going to see that they're not going to work out that well for him. I'm getting the missile upgrade, Lurker then. I'm starting to build some Hydras, and I know I'm really going to need a lot of gas. So I think I'm also going to take a 5th base. And I'm building some safety spores right now, because I'm a little bit scared of a burrowed roach attack. I know that he has a lot of roaches, and the burrowed roach attack could do a lot of damage to me, because I have very little defense at home. So I'm building spore crawlers at the 2 choke points where burrowed roaches could sneak by, as well as some overseers so I can chase the roaches down. He's going for the 7 infestors. I'm just scouting about with my Mutalist. I'm not investing into more. I went for a total of 12 mutas this game, which is an okay count. It can deal decently well with queens, roaches, pretty much anything, and just allows me to put pressure on him, as we see right here. I'm throwing down the NYDUS form right now because my lurkers are starting to hatch. I got my 4th base set up, I got my 5th on the way. I'm building some spines right now just for safety, right? I have the money anyways. I know I'm ahead economically and I don't really want to throw anything away, so I just built some spine crawlers to be safe. He's trying to scout and I have very good map control by having both watchtowers. I have Mutalisks in the middle of the map. And right here I'm trying to get the NYDUS swarm down in his main, because I saw that he had no vision on this place. So I throw down the NYDUS swarm, the NYDUS network. He lands a fungal on my mutas, but these are the new infestors, which means my mutas can just kind of split in every direction and be fine. He did not see that the Nidus Worm was going down at all. So now I have Lurkers in his main. Also going to reinforce with other units. Just sending everything through the Nidus Worm. He has that one Spore Crawler here. I'm gonna snipe it quickly so he cannot kill the Lurkers. He doesn't actually have any Overseers, so I noticed that, so I immediately sniped the Spore. Now my Lurkers are able to do some free damage to him. Over here his Queens are caught out of position, and the Infestors a little bit as well, so I'm just able to trying to do as much damage to him as I possibly can. I got the Overlord speed upgrade, which is going to help me a lot when it comes to the Nidus Worms. I'm just putting pressure on him right now. I noticed that I did a little bit of damage to him, so I'm just going in and trying to hit him wherever I can and do damage to him. My Hydra speed is not quite done. I still got that one safety Lurker there that is providing support from the backline. Keep in mind, while this is going on, he has no 4th base set up at all, while my 5th is already on the way. I mean, he has the 4th base set up, but it's not mining from it. This Overlord is going to help me attack this base over there. A small squad of units is taking down his 4th base, which will put him really far behind. Got the Hive on the way. Now I'm Nidusing his main base. If I Nidus his main base, you're going to see his reaction very soon. As soon as he sees the Nidus go up, you will see, or rather understand, why I'm going for this. So I'm going for the Nidus in his main base, which means he has to clean up the Nidus, because if I start to have Lurkers in his main base, then he cannot ever push up this ramp again. So immediately tries to go and clean up the Nidus Worm. This allows me to push in really deep over here and get a lot of surface area on his units, which allows me to clean up most of his army here, but I don't have quite enough to clean him up. Going for another Nidus in the main base, more of kind of as a distraction, right? I'm trying to... You never know, maybe I can even get some damage done, but I almost have no units in the Nidus Worm anyway. It's just a Hydralisk and a Ling. Hydra speed still not done. And now I still have this one Lurker here that is slightly outside of the range of the Spore, so I'm going to save that. Hive is on my side of the map, getting the Greater Spire, so I can eventually finish him up with that. I loaded my Nidus Worm with quite a few units, so I can try to attack him over here as well. You can really see how he is starting, rather how he fell apart, I guess. It's not really starting to fall apart, but he's just in a really bad position. So I'm Nidusing him over here, and he has to pull a lot of his army there. This allows me to once again take down his 4th base and get a contain on him. He didn't kill the Overlord, so I can just throw down another Nidus Worm. Save the Lurker. Nidus Worm in his main base, starting to rally some units into the main. Allows me to push into him in the natural, and then I'm gonna put down another Nidus Worm over there, I think. Of course, he cleans me up in the main base, and that's not really a good trade for me, but the position I got on him in the natural is really good. And I don't really need to have the amazing traits that I would want. I just need some very basic traits, like kill some units at all, and I'm pretty much fine. We let the Nidus Worm in the 3rd base get up. Now I can do a lot of damage to him here. At the same time, Corruptors are on the way, so I can make Food Lords as well. But he is really struggling to even clean up this Nidus Worm over here, and eventually just has to give up. Well, I was prepared to set up yet another Nidus Worm, so really I got ahead using the Mutalisks, then played it defensively 4 bases with Lurkers, and in order to maximize the amount of damage I can do to him with my Lurkers, I used the Mutalisks to give me vision on his map, like in the main base. Throw down the Nidus, and then I was able to rally units into the main base, which meant his army had to go away, so I can snipe the 4th base. So I was just distracting him everywhere, which eventually allowed me to always find this one hole in his defense that I could abuse. Whether it's his 3rd base, the main base, the natural, the 4th base, I was always able to do a little bit of damage to him and slowly pick him apart.